Israel was formed in 1948. Do you know Israel was not recognized for a long period of time, and even today is not recognized by a number of countries? Or Palestine. Palestine. Is Palestine a state? Is Palestine a state? Is Palestine a state? Is Israel a state? Israel is a state. Palestine is not. How do we distinguish? How do we say that, okay, Afghanistan is a state? Taliban is not recognized. Do we recognize Taliban? What is the meaning of recognition? Do we recognize them as the representatives, as the legitimate representatives of their people? Taiwan. Do we recognize Taiwan? Have you done your world history, some portion? Or are you aware a little bit about the Chinese Revolution? Chinese Revolution 1949. Chinese Revolution 1949, they have thrown out the colonial masters, and now there are two entities within China who are fighting, and who are basically fighting by saying that both of them are saying we are the real representatives of the people of China. One of the entities was pushed outside China, which finally today we call as Taiwan. Taiwan is basically that group which was thrown out of the mainland China by the party which was led by Mao Zedong. Mao Zedong said, our party is the real representative of China people. You are not the real representatives. And they pushed them out of China and they went to an island called Formosa Island, which is today known as Taiwan. So when we say we have a relation with China, ये relation किसके साथ है? This relation is with the People's Republic of China. This relation is with People's Republic of China, which is headed by Chinese Communist Party led by Xi Jinping. Then you have a Republic of China also. This Republic of China is nothing but Taiwan. We don't recognize them. We recognize them. Rather, most of the world recognizes them, not them. What is the meaning of this recognition? This was the same problem which was with Israel when it got formed in 1948. Countries did not recognize Israel as a state. Meaning, Israel had a territory. Israel had a territory. When the Britishers left in 1948, there was a certain territory in which there were some people living, and they were Jews. These Jews were living, they had a territory, they formed their own government. But this was not considered right because it was considered that they had forcefully taken the land of the Palestinians. So, Israel said, I am a state, but the world did not recognize it. Same is the case with Palestine today. Palestine says, I have some area. Some area is under the control of Palestine Liberation Authority. They say, we have chosen our representatives also. There is a territory. There are people residing in the territory. They have chosen their government. Unfortunately, we have Palestine Liberation Authority and we have Hamas. Both are saying we are representatives. When you have a sovereign entity, you cannot have two entities claiming we are the real powers. You have to have only one entity. So, as of today, many will say, no, Palestine is a state. Many will say Palestine is not a state. Many will say Israel is a state. Many still does not accept Israel to be a state. Saudi Arabia still does not accept that Israel is a state. I need to have this acceptance by the international community also. Then only I will be called as a state. Now, let's see the example of Taliban. What is Taliban doing in Afghanistan? Taliban has a control of territory. There are people from Afghanistan who are residing in that territory. They have not chosen their government, but they have been given their government by the Taliban. And Taliban is saying, we are the one who will be taking all decisions for the people of Afghanistan. The problem is, these two elements are contested. You can claim sovereignty if you have legitimacy because people have chosen you. If you don't have, it becomes a problem. In case of Taliban, that's the problem. The Afghanistan people have not chosen them as their government. They have forcefully occupied power. And that is why people are not accepting what they are saying. The world is not accepting that you are a state. That is how the functioning of state is conceptualized. I need to have across the world, when I see a state, when I say America is a state, there we don't have a problem that whether the government is sovereign, chosen by people, has a distinct territory. All aspects are, no aspect is contested, no aspect is debated. So if Trump has been chosen this year, that's fine. That means the people of America want the government to be run by Trump, and whoever the people will choose, they automatically will be sovereign. That's the assumption.